Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is December 8, 2022. Hope you're all doing well. In today's segment, we'll take a look at few meme stocks, starting with GameStop, then we'll look at AMC, and then BBBY. So with that, let's jump in and get started. Look, we got GameStop stock here. From a direction perspective, look, it's been trending down off late, but look, it had a nice candle here. It's trying to go higher. As you look through the news here, look, GameStop, they report the earnings, but wider than expected Q3 loss. Even though it's wider than expected, look what happened. Stock jumped up today by 11%. And from a fundamental perspective, look, wider EPS, which is negative, which is not great, and sales is dropping as you can see here, but slight positive in 2022. That's a good news here. And shares outstanding is going down. That's a good news. So overall, I think it's trending well, but it's a wider than expected Q3 loss. That's a little bit of a concern. But nevertheless, stock went higher as you can see here. And look, from a short interest perspective, short float, we got a nice short float right now. It's 21%, which is a pretty good short float. You can expect short squeeze mainly because it's a high short float here. That's one of the reasons stock went higher, because it's trying to squeeze those short sellers. That's why it went higher. Alright, so now let's jump in here, look at my favorite platform and look into a little more detail. I will take you to my favorite platform, which is traditix.com. Look, we got a nice summary here. What I will do is we're in the stock ticker dashboard here, as you can see here, ticker dashboard and stocks. So here I'm looking at GameStop here. Look, its PE ratio is negative, company is not making money. Market cap is about $8.3 billion and a nice $6.06 billion revenue. That's good. Gross profit is also okay, but look, it's let's look at the little more higher debt. As you can see here, debt to equity ratio is a little higher and negative profit margin. So with that, we got here a quick chart here. Let's look at the chart. I will go into maybe a 15 minutes chart. That will give us a couple of days to work with. Alright, so we are starting all the way from 28th of November, as you see here, till 8th of December. That's good enough. And then what we'll do is we'll look at dark pool levels to begin with. And let's go to bi-weekly dark pool level and look at the dark pool levels and see if we can get some cues on what might be happening. Look, from a dark pool level perspective, we got a nice dark pool support level here. $2.16 million sitting here at 23. So you can think of this level as a great support level. This level is going to hold pretty nicely for this stock. So I don't expect the stock to go below this level, mainly because it's a nice and high dark pool level at 23.4. As you scan through here, we got a nice volume bar here, nice volume support here at around 24.5 or so. And as you scan through here, we also have some positive dark pool activity at 26.2. It can even go to 26.2 here because of the nice and high dark pool level, which is a positive block trade, as you can see here. And then we got here, we got some positive, negative. These two can be a wash, as you can see here. So I could see, this level as 26.2 as a good level where it can try to go. So we'll see how it goes. We'll look into a little more details. Look, we'll clear this up here and let's draw this support and resistance level and look at the support and resistance level here. So from a support and resistance level, TradingView draws these levels looking at the algorithm. And as you can see right now, we got nice support at 22.3, even at 24.4. That's a good support level, which coincides with the nice and high volume, as you can see here. So this level, is pretty good level here. And next resistance level is around 25.5, as you can see here. This is the resistance level. We have to see if it can break this level. All right, now most important piece to the last here. Let's look at DEX levels. One of my favorite here, which is the gamma exposure level, GEX level here. Let's look at GEX level here and look at let's see here, maybe monthly gamma exposure level. This is my favorite chart here. What this is telling you is really there is a very good magnet here. There is a high gamma exposure at look at around 24 level here. This 24 level can be a nice magnet. It will try to pull the stock towards this level here. And then you got 25 level. As you can see, it's a nice green here. This is the resistance level we're bumping across right now. So if we can go past this 25 level here, next stop is really 26. We also saw some the dark pool activities here. So we have to see if this level holds here. So right now I can see some ping pong between this level 24 level here and 25 level because of this big support and resistance level. 24 level being good support here and 25 level being the good resistance level here. If you're a short-term trader, you could easily do some scalping here, buy when it's coming around 24 level, sell it when it hits 25 level. But if you are a little bit long-term oriented, you could buy around 24 level and hold till it goes to 26. That could be a little bit longer play here. But if you are scalping, you just scalp between 24 and 25 because you got nice support and resistance level. All right, now let's jump in here and look at some more option activities to draw some conclusion here. Next thing I typically look at here is really I look at this seasonality here. From a seasonality perspective, look, we got April being the strong month for this GameStop here. And we are in December here. December is not too bad. Look, it's around 40% positive here. And as you look through here, I think April is the strongest. So December is okay, but January, watch out because normally, it does not perform well during the January month. That's why you can take some short trade here. Probably better to exit in December, so that way you don't get into January lows for GameStop here. All right, so we'll look at a few things here and look at the short interest. Look, short interest is going higher for GameStop. This is one of the reasons it's trying to squeeze those short sellers. Typically, the moment you see short interest going higher, this is really short volume as you see here. As short volume going higher, you can expect some short squeeze. That's a very good indication. All right, now let's look through here and look at the option dashboard. I love to look at the option dashboard. From an option dashboard level, something to look at here. Look, I love to look at this net flow here. One of my favorite section within the trading ticks here. From a net flow perspective, it tells you what are the how is the call activity. Look, call activity is going higher. That's a good sign here. And put activity is also going higher, but not as fast as the call activity. Net flow is this white line here. Net flow is positive. That means there is a positive premium in the market. That's a good sign here. You can see stock is trying to squeeze those short sellers. That's a good sign here. Then I look at put call volume and open interest here. Look, from a put call volume perspective, this is today's volume, as many folks know here. From a today's volume perspective, look, volume is going higher from a put perspective, and the call perspective with the green line, and put volume is going down. That's a good indication. And from a call versus put open interest perspective, look, put open interest is going higher. Call open interest is going higher a little more steeply off late. That's also a good sign here. And then we'll look at some of these heat maps. I will not go into details. Look at 25 here. Look, we got 25 strike price and expiration is 2209, which is coming Friday here. You can see there is a nice positive, nice green premium here. That's a good sign. That's a good indication here. And then you can look at the open interest by strike. Look, GameStop, folks are really buying GameStop stock, options. Look at the open interest at 237.5. That's the highest here. So it looks like a lot of people are really betting this GameStop will go higher. And look, we got 0.25. There is also some good put open interest at very, very, very low price. And right now we are around 24 or so here. And look, we got a little higher put open interest here compared to call open interest. So it's, to get more idea about what are the good price levels, I go to this one right here. This is my favorite chart, gamma exposure level. Look, I love these big red candles. These big red candles that you see here, these are the magnets. This will suck the price toward these levels here. Look, right now we are at stock price for the GameStop is 24.8, as you can see here. And look, this level here, 23.75, the biggest magnet. You can see stock coming to these levels here because this is the biggest red bar here. So because of this high gamma exposure here, stock will try to go toward these levels here. So that's why this is a very good support level here. This can suck the stock toward this price here. So that's why I watch. And if you are a put option seller, you could sell put options maybe around, say, around these levels. You could sell put options around 21.5 is your best bet here, because you got one big red bar here. We got one more big red bar. This could be a very good support level to sell some put option. So what we'll do now is we'll also look at the dealer Greek buildup. This is one of my favorite section in TradingView.com. Look, dealers are sitting on positive delta here. The moment dealer is sitting on the positive delta, that's not a great sign here. As you can look through here, whenever dealer is on a negative delta, stock can go higher, but when they're on a positive delta, typically stock will go lower. That's why you want dealer to be on a negative delta. The moment they're on a positive delta, this tells you the retail traders are really long. Retail traders are really shorting or buying put options. That's why these market makers are long, meaning they got long delta positions, because they have to basically, they have long positions here. So that's why the moment these market makers or dealers, they have long positions, you got to be a little bit careful here, because the volatility will be more. And historically, as you see here, the moment there is a positive delta here, historically stock always comes down. That's why you got to be careful here, mainly because of this positive delta. All right, so that's about GameStop here. And we can also quickly look at the chart here from my favorite platform, which is TradingView. Look, from a chart perspective, stock has rebounded nicely here, all the way from 22.5 now to 24.7 or so here. That's a nice rebound here. Look, lazy bear indicator, it's going up. Now it's a little bit tired. We'll see how it goes. On a daily perspective here, daily chart here, look, stock is trying to wonder where to go here. It's undecisive. So with that, at these levels here, because of this nice support and resistance level here, you could trade GameStop very nicely between these two ranges, like we talked about, 24 and 25. 24 being the very good support level here, 25 being the resistance level. I think you can play ping pong and make some money with GameStop. All right, next let's look at next one here, which is AMC. All right, let's bring up AMC here. Look, AMC stock has been coming down of late. Look at these nice 3 or 4 big red candles here. Stock is taking some beating here. MACD indicator also indicates it's kind of coming down of late here. And RSI perspective, it got clobbered, as you can see here, very low RSI. Tells you it's oversold right now. And look, from a float perspective, short float is high, 24.63. That tells you this also can create a short squeeze. And look, this one is, from an earning perspective, earning is negative. It's trying to improve, as you can see here, and sales is trying to go higher between 2020 and 2021. That's a good one here. But on the negative side, look at the shares outstanding here, huge shares outstanding. This is causing some trouble to the stock. All right, look, there are some downgrades to the stock here. November 4, October 12, 2022. This is a little more recent, maybe 2 months out here. There is a downgrade here. I think this is a little bit dated right now. And look, AMC apes hit low. Looks like stock is hitting low, as you can see here. And is it too late to consider buying AMC? Some news going around here. So with this here, let's go into my favorite platform here and go into TradingView to look at what's going on with AMC and what's our plan here. All right, let's bring up AMC here and we'll go into 15 minutes chart here, which will give you a couple days to play with here. And to begin with, as usual, we'll look at the dark pool levels here and bi-weekly. All right, so look from a dark pool perspective. This is a little bit, we got, let's look through this very quickly. Look, there is a nice positive block here at 6.4 and even at 6.2. These are two nice positive blocks here. These can be acting as support level here. I can see the stock, jumping to 6.4 easily because look, both 6.2 and 6.4 has got nice levels here, nice dark pool activity. But on the negative side, look what's going on here. There's a big negative dark pool here at 5.36. This can be a very good support resistance level, as you can see here. And we got few more negatives here. Look, where there is a very good 2.99 million, which is a bid here, 2.81 million bid. Looks like the 6.4 and 6.2 are the good levels here. I think stock will be bouncing between 6.2, 6.4. I can see it going up to 6.9 and coming down because there is some big negative dark pool activities at about 7. So that's why if you're trading AMC here, you could play around between 6.2 level here. Right now stock is around that level. You can play around between 6.2 and probably 6.9. That could be a good range to play around. All right, so now what we'll do is we'll clear this up here and look at this support resistance level, from TradingView.com, which is based on their proprietary algorithm. Look, from a support resistance level, right now we got a nice resistance level at 6.2. And look, this one 6 could be a nice support level, as you can see here. But because of dark pool, I can see it going around between 6 and 7. All right, now let's look at my favorite activity here, which is looking at the gamma exposure levels. All right, let's go to Greek here and bring up gamma exposure, GEX, and look at monthly. All right, from a gamma exposure level here, look, we got 6, we got 7 and 8 here. There is a lot of green going on here at 7 and 6. But 8, there is a nice red here. So this tells you, right now, stock is below this big green level here. As you can see here, I can see the stock going to this green level here. But from then onwards, there is also a good magnet to pull it around $8 level here. But because the distance is high, so you got to watch out here. Probably will be stuck in this green zone here between 6 and 7. This may be the zone that will be stuck at for a while. If it breaks through, look, it's broke through this level here. If it breaks through, we can see the stock going to 8. And then probably it will come back to these levels like it did before. That's why you got to be slightly careful here. I can see the stock going to this level very easily, like 6.25 to 7 levels. It can go there very easily. That's about AMC here. Next, we'll look at the option perspective here and go back to my favorite option chart here and bring up AMC. All right, so we got the options coming up here for AMC here, and we'll go into this net flow here. Look, from a net flow perspective, we got put options here. Put options look negative premium is going, put option is going higher, and it's kind of plateauing right now. That tells you trend may be reversing right now, and call buying is picking up slightly. It's also plateauing, but you can see there is some positiveness here. It's not quite apparent right now, but this call activity can go higher and put activity can come down. There is some indication that might happen. All right, so let's now jump into a few more things here. Look, from a call volume perspective, you can see here call volume is on the top, put volume is coming down. That's a good sign here. That tells you trend is reversing. The stock can go higher mainly because call volume is increasing. On the open interest side, look, call open interest is going higher and put open interest is also going higher, but call open interest is going higher faster. That's a good indication that the stock can turn around. All right, so look, we got nice positive premiums here at 6.5 and 7. Stock can be pulled toward these levels mainly because there is a high premium level here. And then you can look at the open interest levels here. Look, there is a nice and high put open interest around 6.5 as you can see here. And then we got 8.5 also. There is a nice call open interest here. That's why this is a ping pong, between 6.5 and around 7.5 or around $8. That's where it will be kind of, going back and forth. That's why at this time it could be good to buy AMC, given it's beaten down already. And you could see here there's a nice support at 6.5, and it can even go to around $8. All right, now let's look at the dealer Greek position here. Like, look, dealers are sitting on the positive delta here. That tells you got to be slightly careful. And it's as you can see here, it's trying to turn negative. That's a good sign here. We don't want dealers to be on a too much positive delta. So the moment dealers are on a negative delta, then stock can start going higher, as you can see here. So that's why there is a maybe there is a day or two that you got to be a little bit patient. Afterwards, stock can go higher. All right, now let's look at the gamma exposure levels here, or GEX as we call it. Look, we got a high gamma exposure at about let's see here, $6. Yeah, at $6 we got a high gamma exposure. This is a very good support level here, and we got one more high level here at around say right here, $8. So that's why it's a little ping pong between the 6 and 8. That's how it's set up right now. It can easily go to 6 level here, being biggest candle around the current price. 6 could be good level it can jump into. All right, so with that, let's jump into TradingView.com here. Look, from a TradingView perspective, let's go to AMC here. Look, AMC stock is at around 6.1 as you can see here, and from a lazy bear indicator perspective, it's trending negative as you can see here, slightly negative bars if you can look closely here. And look, on a daily chart here, it's slightly getting tired as you can see here. I can see this kind of stabilizing as you go forward, and then this can go higher. All right, for the last one here, let's go to BBBY and we'll conclude. All right, let's bring up BBBY. All right, look, BBBY stock has gone higher in the past. Look, there is a nice high short squeeze, and from there onwards, from September onwards, September, October, November, even December, is kind of coming down as you can see here. So that's where a lot of people may be holding this stock here, wondering where to go. All right, look, from a short interest perspective, this has got the highest short interest as you can see here. It's about 40%. That's a very high short float here, highest between these three stocks here. And look, from a earnings per share perspective, it's a negative earnings per share, not a great news. Sales is coming down, as you can see here. On the positive news, shares outstanding is also coming down. That's a good news here. And they got an upgrade on September 30. That's a while ago here, from sell to hold. And nothing else alarming here. If you look through here, we got EVP selling. It's a while ago. It's old news now. We don't need to worry about that. So with that, let's jump in here and go to the stock dashboard for BBBY. All right, so BBBY, let's start with the 15 minutes chart here, which will give us a couple of days to play with. And let's go into the dark pool levels and see what we have from a dark pool perspective. Oops, let's close this. Yep, that's good. From a dark pool perspective, look, we got a nice and respectable dark pool at 3.4 here. And this could be a nice level where stock can gravitate towards 3.4 levels. Look, there's a very nice 2.7 million dark pool activity. So I think this can be the level that will attract the stock towards. That's why the stock can go higher from where it is right now. All right, now let's clear that up and bring up the support and resistance level here and look at that here. From a support resistance level here, look, we got a nice 3.2 support level here. Stock is bouncing off of that, and 3.3, there's a good resistance level here. And we got some more resistance, but I think we saw the dark pool. Dark pool is indicating stock can go higher. All right, next, my favorite one here, which is gamma exposure level. Let's look at the gamma exposure and go from there. I'll say monthly here. Look, from a gamma exposure perspective, there is a nice green level here between let's see here, between 3.25 and 3.75. It's in the zone right now, so it can probably it will be in this zone, trying to go up and down in the same zone here. And to get more idea, let's go into some option activity, see what's going on here. Look, from an option activity perspective, where is my, okay, let's go into options dashboard here and bring up a BBBY. All right, from an options perspective, look, from a put call ratio perspective, look, call volume is going higher off rate. That's a good sign here. And put volume is kind of staying low. That's a good sign. And call open interest is higher than put open interest. That's also a good sign here. And as you look through the heat map here, at look, we got respectable open interest increase here. That's a good one here. And if you look to the open interest strike levels here, look at lower levels here, 1.0 and 2.5. There's a good put open interest here. Look, somebody has bought a lot of calls at even at $70, at $80. That's a good sign here. And right now price is around let's see here, price is at 6.1 here and somewhere here. But look, the big candles are here at 4.5 and 5.5. That's why you got to be slightly careful here. It can gravitate between 5.5. On the higher side, you got some nice call open interest around $10 here. So that's why I think it will bounce between these levels here, which is around $5. And it might go as high as 10, but that will take some time. But higher bars, higher open interests are around 5.5, as you can see here. That's why you got to be slightly careful that maybe it's a little bit negative, but let's go into a little more detail here. All right, look, from a dealer perspective, this is a good sign here. Dealers are sitting on a negative delta here. That tells you, this stock can go higher. The moment they're sitting on the negative delta for a while, it can really try to go higher. Look, in the past, whenever they're in the negative delta for a while, this did not behave well. It also came down, as you can see here. Not a perfect signs, but historically when they're on a negative delta, stock can go higher, as you can see here. In this case, it came down again, and look here, negative delta, but stock went higher. So whenever there's a negative delta, there's a more chance that stock can go higher. All right, now let's jump into the gamma exposure levels here. Look, from exposure level, there is nothing much here to worry about because these levels are very low. If these levels are around 3 or 4, negative 3 or 4, I would think it's a good level to attract or like a magnet. But right now, these are very low levels here. But at 5.0 here, that's a good level here. This can provide some support, but this level is not strong enough right now. All right, now let's go back into my favorite platform here, which is TradingView, and bring up BBBY. Look, from a lazy bear indicator perspective, it's telling you on a 30-minute chart, stock is trying to go higher. That's a good sign here. And on a daily chart, it's wondering where to go right now. So it's there is no clear sign yet, but you could, if you're patient, a little more patient, this can go higher given it got clobbered, and there is some positive sign that will go higher. All right, so next let's look at some of these volatility levels from my favorite options trading platform, which is Bar Chart Premier. Look, from a Bar Chart Premier perspective, we got GameStop right here, and look, stock has been really not doing well of late. In 20 days, it's positive, as you can see here. And look, from a IV rank perspective, it's 18. IV percentile is 12. It's one of the lowest here. That's why GameStop at this time, given it's a low implied volatility and low IV percentile, as you look through here, it's got a respectable option open interest here, which is 1.5 million shares here, open interest level. That's a good one here. And from a put call ratio perspective, volume ratio perspective, it's positive, more call options. But put call open interest perspective, a lot of people are still holding the put options, hoping the stock will come down. That's why there's a high chance that this can squeeze those put option buyers and go higher. And since the open interest, let me go back here and go to my scanner. And since the open interest is high and volatility is low, that's why you could buy options, call options on GameStop, maybe 45-50 days out, or even 2 months out. It can go higher. Next is AMC. As you can see here, AMC has got a little bit higher IV rank. If you want to buy put option, you can be a little more patient here. You can buy the stock outright. Stock is low price. That's why buying stock could be better, mainly because IV rank is high, IV percentile is high, implied volatility is through the roof. That's why you got to be slightly careful on this AMC. You can buy the stock instead of buying the options. All right, as you look through here from a look from a open interest total open interest perspective is very high. It's very active in the options market, so that's why there will be liquidity. And last but not least, we got BBBY here, Bed Bath and Beyond. It's also slightly higher IV rank here, so 45. IV percentile is also high. So this one also I would buy stock outright. It's not great to do options play here, especially buying call options is not great given high IV rank here. Respectable open interest here, 1.5 million, so it's also a good one here. I would rather play stock on this one here versus options, especially call options. I would not recommend, mainly because it's a high IV rank, which is 45. I would rather buy buy the stock itself here, hold it for a while. So with that, it's a wrap here. Thank you very much. Please subscribe.